I'm Bob Means. I'm the inventor associated with Square Launcher Golf.
I'm Chris Wagner. I'm a life member of the PGA and an associate with Bob in Square Launcher Golf.
And Chris and I have been working on this project actually probably for over 30 years, trying to simplify the game. Actually, it was mostly focused on trying to improve our own game.
It's a long time.
It is a long time. But it's been the last couple of years that have been most fruitful, and we've been able to create the Square Launcher Accelerator, which is actually a patented device that we think may be useful to golfers of all levels, of all types.
The golf just became too difficult. The way we were teaching it and asking people to play was the old rotary golf swing that we've used for a long, long time. And the people that were successful with that were people that could really practice a ton. The old saying of digging it out of the dirt. They really had to practice on the driving range to be able to square that club face up consistently at impact. So we found for ourselves that it wasn't working. I found for myself, of all the students that I was teaching, it really wasn't working. So we came up with an idea of how to make golf a little bit easier and maybe more fun for everyone.
And I think part of this was born out of frustration we saw with so many people who were going out to the practice range and spending all kinds of money and spending all kinds of time and continuing to practice things that they never were able to use on the course or never able to take to the course. They used to tell us that, I practiced last week and hit some good shots, but I haven't seen any of them today.
Yeah, my biggest frustration was that when we were having a clinic or when we were teaching, there would be some time between one and the next lesson, and that might be a week or 10 days. And in between the lesson, we always asked the player to do some practicing, but because of their busy schedules, they never really had time. So the next lesson, a week or 10 days later, we always started back at the very beginning, and we just never really got any momentum.
Yeah, a big concern that we found personally to ourselves was the fact that not only in the last 5 years in particular, because of online presence, there's become so many different aspects of the game that have been available for people to look at. People would ask us, where do I even begin? If they were beginners, where did I even start? I'm not sure we could even tell them because there was so much out there. But even the stuff that was out there oftentimes was confusing, conflicting, but I can honestly say, even for ourselves, who are pretty good golfers, you in particular, but it was overwhelming. It was just too much.
It is overwhelming with the information that's out there, and people already have too much information in between their own ears. So they add that on top of what they're seeing on YouTube, it just becomes too much. And that was the reason why we kind of created Square Launcher Golf, to make it simple and concentrate more on this underhand throw concept, which is easier to square the club face at impact.